Hello team, how's it going? Welcome back to a new video. So remember to click the subscription button, give us a thumbs up, really helps the channel. We are looking at the world's deadliest special forces. Let's get into it.
Elite special force units are like the superheroes of a country's military. Whether they're silently emerging from the water to take out guards or storming a plane to rescue hostages and deal with the bad guys, these special forces handle some seriously tough missions and live pretty secretive lives in the military world. These 9 elite secret forces are the go-to teams that states count on to get the job done. Let's get started with Alpha Group, Russia. Alpha Group, a Russian special forces unit, is all about no-nonsense tactics and ruthless efficiency. It was created by the KGB in 1974 and is renowned as one of the most fearsome and secretive special forces units globally. They carry out classified missions under the highest directives in Russia, making them a formidable force. Alpha Group gained a lot of attention during the Soviet invasion of Afghanistan. They stormed the presidential palace in Kabul, quickly taking out everyone inside. This showed off their precision and speed, earning them a fearsome reputation. In 1985, Alpha Group attempted a mission in Peru to rescue 4 Soviet diplomats, but it tragically didn't succeed, and the diplomats lost their lives.
So not surprised you've got the Alpha Group on here. You do see these come up quite a bit. They are very, very good from everything that I have seen. Compared to sort of the rest of the Russian military, they are well kitted out, well trained. I don't know if we're going to see in this video, and I've actually heard of people who've sort of trained with them, where they shoot each other in the chest when they're on the ranges to demonstration their skills drills, their precision and their courage. So we'll see if they get into it, but I'm not surprised that these are on the list.
Response, Alpha Group supposedly hunted down the families of the hostage takers and sent their remains back to their families in pieces, sending a chilling message to potential terrorists. This act was said to discourage terrorist activities for over 2 decades. Now, becoming a part of Alpha Group is no walk in the park. Candidates go through rigorous screening to make sure they meet high physical, psychological, and intellectual standards. They have to be top-notch in marksmanship, hand-to-hand combat, and making decisions under extreme pressure. Plus,
that's one thing I can believe, is they will be physically tested and mentally tested. The Russians are tough, and it's no surprise there.
they need to have a clean criminal record and undergo extensive background checks. Once they're in, Alpha Group members go through an intensive training program that covers a wide range of skills, including marksmanship, reconnaissance, hand-to-hand combat, and explosives. This training gets them ready for the tough physical and mental challenges they might face on the job. On top of their regular training, Alpha Group members go through survival training, including pain tolerance, hunting, building shelters from scratch, and even self-surgery. They're armed with some of the best Russian weapons, like the AK-47, PKM machine gun, and Dragunov sniper rifle. When Alpha Group shows up, it's usually bad news for those on the receiving end. Their operations are all about precision and efficiency.
Most people can't see him using the AK-47, gonna have better weapons than that. Pretty standard selection by sounds of it, what it contains, but does anyone actually know what it fully consists of and how long it is?
No room for compromise. Sayeret Matkal, Israel.
Oh, nice.
Sayeret Matkal, based in Israel, is undeniably one of the world's most formidable special forces units, navigating a region filled with challenges and conflicts. Established in 1949, its primary mission is to protect Israel from external threats. Over the years, this elite unit has played a crucial role in various high-profile operations conducted by the Israel Defense Forces. Notable operations include the 1976 raid on Entebbe Airport in Uganda to rescue Israeli hostages, the 1988 assassination of Abu Jihad in Tunisia, and the 2007 mission to destroy a Syrian nuclear reactor. The track record of Sayeret Matkal reflects their exceptional combat skills. Candidates striving for a spot in Sayeret Matkal endure demanding training, covering physical fitness, marksmanship, navigation, survival skills, urban warfare, counter-terrorism, and hostage rescue. Members...
Yeah, you see these pop up quite a bit. Very, very well-trained special forces.
Also receive training in foreign languages to operate effectively in different countries. One of the most grueling aspects of their training is the test of withholding information. This challenging exercise serves as one of the final trials before acceptance into the unit. During this phase, candidates are subjected to a series of physical and psychological tactics to evaluate their resilience. Sayeret Matkal operatives are renowned for their toughness, precision, and nerves of steel. They employ stealth tactics, making it incredibly challenging for adversaries to detect their presence until it's too late. Their weaponry includes the Taver assault rifle, Uzi submachine gun, and imported weapons like the M4 carbine and the M16 rifle from the United States. The choice of weapons depends on mission requirements, environmental factors, and the nature of the operation. Additionally, they are experts in Krav Maga, an Israeli martial art focused on practical and efficient self-defense techniques.
Yeah, does anyone have any experience with that Krav Maga? I actually nearly went and started it once when I was based down in Colchester. Never went ahead with it. Heard mixed reviews about it. Some say it's absolutely amazing. Some aren't so good reviews. But what's your thoughts on it? I've heard it is pretty decent and it's a great self-defense. So if you're on a special forces, and obviously it does come down to a bit of hand-to-hand combat, it is definitely going to help having that on your side, isn't it?
Despite their remarkable combat capabilities and tactics, Sayeret Matkal operates within a complex and challenging geopolitical environment. While highly efficient in their missions, they do not possess the same military might, technological advantages, and financial resources as the U.S. Army. Sayeret Matkal stands as a testament to the strength and dedication of Israel's special forces, operating with unwavering commitment in a region known for its complex and high-stakes conflicts. The Frogmen...
And these are some, obviously... I don't know, I just did that. Some down in Israel at the minute are obviously working a lot. Obviously, there's mostly a lot of other groups down there, but this is a group that are working a lot, doing a lot, actually at the forefront of fighting at the minute, as long as side with the Russians as well within Ukraine, with everything that's going on in the world. The first two special forces groups actually being tested and using their skills and drills, using them a lot.
Corps of Denmark, or as they're often known, Frømandskorpset. These folks are like the modern-day Vikings, keeping that warrior spirit alive. Their training is super tough, designed to make them as tough as nails, both physically and mentally. In the beginning, it's all about getting your body in top shape. They're doing long-distance running, marching, and a whole lot of swimming. But the real challenge? It's the underwater stuff. They've got to gear up while they're underwater, holding their breath for nearly 2 minutes. It gets so intense that some of them pass out during this part of the training. The first week, well, that's where they separate the wheat from the chaff. Only a small bunch actually make it through this phase. It's a testament to how crazy tough you have to be to join the Frogman Corps. Once you're in, though, you're part of some serious action. These highly trained folks go all over the place, doing international stuff. They've been in Afghanistan with the International Security Assistance Force, and are out there dealing with pirates off the coast of Somalia. These guys can handle just about anything that comes their way. So, the Frogman Corps of Denmark, they're all about keeping that Viking spirit alive in the modern world. Their training is relentless, and their dedication makes them a force to be reckoned with on the world stage.
And from what you could see in the video, they do seem pretty well kitted. Denmark, pretty decent economy for, I believe, I'm sure they have, yes. So they mostly put quite a bit of money into their forces, and I reckon their special forces do have some very good kit and equipment, and I reckon they're well kitted out and got everything they need. So they're definitely up there.
JW Grom, Poland. JW Grom is a seriously tough, top-secret military unit that was created in 1990. These guys are all about doing covert missions behind enemy lines, and they're so hush-hush that you hardly even know they exist. Here's the deal. About 75% of the Grom team are trained as medics or paramedics who can communicate in multiple languages, and they've got real-deal doctors backing them up. These folks are all about discipline, no booze or brawls outside of their missions. They've got this incredible training that turns them into super dangerous operators, even without big guns. Grom's specialty is sneaky stuff, and their training is crazy intense. They learn how to escape, survive, take down terrorists, and rescue hostages. But the toughest part of their training? Combat diving. These soldiers have to handle freezing water and hold their breath for up to 2 minutes. That's hardcore. Now, when it comes to weapons, JW Grom doesn't mess around. They've got a whole bunch of firepower, with their go-to being the Polish-made FBM-SBS modular assault rifle. Plus, they've got pistols, submachine guns, shotguns, and sniper rifles. They're ready for whatever comes their way. Even though they've only got 1,500 members, what makes them strong is their top-notch training and gear. They've got night vision goggles, grenades, flashbangs, and breaching tools, among other things. These guys operate silently and swiftly behind enemy lines, protecting their country's interests with mad skill and dedication. In a world where being famous is a big deal, JW Grom shows that there's serious power in staying out of the spotlight. GIGN, France. GIGN, hailing from France, is a formidable elite special forces unit celebrated for its exceptional counterterrorism prowess. This versatile French unit tackles a wide array of responsibilities, including countering terrorism, high-risk arrests, handling barricade situations, suppressing prison riots, providing VIP protection, and executing various high-stakes police operations within France and former colonies.
Yeah, so you'll see these a lot, obviously. domestic for French nationals. So that's where you'll see him doing it, like it said. A lot of counter-terrorism, high-profile arrests, doing that sort of stuff. Have seen these before. Very good special forces units, very, very well trained considering, they are part of the police. So very good unit.
Shining expertise lies in hostage rescue and intervention, particularly in crowded settings like buses, ships, trains, and airlines. Due to the secretive nature of their work, GIGN members often don tactical ski masks when operating in public, concealing their identities. The unit has made a name for itself with its innovative use of technology and tactical methods, rendering them highly effective in their missions. One of their most famous operations was the daring assault on Air France Flight 8969, which had been hijacked on December 24, 1994, by the armed Islamic group in Algeria. The terrorists had already killed 3 passengers. Their intervention in Marseille resulted in the elimination of all 4 hijackers and the successful resolution of the crisis. The bravery and expertise of GIGN members are a direct result of their grueling training. The training regimen is so extreme that the unit has recorded more casualties during training than in over 1,000 operational missions. While GIGN is undoubtedly one of the most elite and capable special forces units, there are other equally formidable units around the world that can be much tougher, such as GSG-9, Germany. The GSG-9 ranks among the world's leading counter-terrorism and special operations units. This elite force came into being following the tragic failure of the German police during the Munich Olympics, where terrorists abducted 11 athletes. The rescue mission ended in disaster, resulting in the loss of 5 athletes, 5 terrorists, and 1 police officer. GSG-9's first major mission was the successful resolution of a Lufthansa flight hijacking in Somalia. During the rescue operation, they confronted 4 terrorists, neutralizing 3 and capturing the 4th, all without harming any of the 86 hostages. This marked the beginning of their impressive track record in counter-terrorism operations. Between 1972 and 2003, GSG-9 completed over 1,500 missions. Remarkably, they fired their weapons only 5 times.
I do wonder where they get this information from. How do you know how many missions they've done and how many rounds they've fired? A lot of stuff that they do is classified, secret. You don't even know they're doing it when it comes to special forces, especially a lot of the special forces throughout the world. You don't really know what they're doing, where they are. So to say that, I don't know if I believe that, but they are, they might be more trained, less firepower, get the job done, get in, get out without being seen. That's what a lot of special forces are sort of doing.
Notably, 2 of these instances involved shooting aggressive dogs while attempting to apprehend individuals. Although the exact number of GSG-9 personnel is undisclosed, it's estimated that 300 to 400 individuals serve in this elite unit. Their primary focus today revolves around counter-terrorism efforts, handling hostage situations, and expertly disarming explosive devices. GSG-9 remains at the forefront of Germany's security and counter-terrorism endeavors. Navy SEAL Team 6,
here we
USA.
go. Navy SEAL Team 6, knew they were going to be on it, also known as DevGru. Those that don't know, we're mostly to get into this. You got the Navy SEALs, and then you got Navy SEAL Team 6, which are the more elite, who are picked within the Navy SEALs. Let's get into it.
The Navy SEAL Team 6, also known as the U.S. Naval Special Warfare Development Group, is undoubtedly one of the world's most renowned and formidable special forces units. Their primary mission revolves around counter-terrorism and unconventional warfare operations. To earn a spot in this elite group, candidates must possess extraordinary physical and mental abilities. The SEAL Team 6 training program is infamous for its extreme physical demands. Candidates endure intense strength-building exercises and grueling cardio workouts. What truly sets their training apart is the unwavering focus on waterborne skills and survival tactics. Their training regimen includes underwater exercises where trainees must perform tasks with their hands tied behind their backs, relying solely on their teeth for manipulation.
I will have to say, you have got to be tough, but the way they're talking about the SEAL teams. Okay, Navy SEAL Team 6 is separate to Navy SEALs. Well, it's within Navy SEALs, but they're picked from the Navy SEALs to be an elite team within them to do even more top secret classified operations within the Navy SEALs, but you've got to be tough. This is why the Brits are good. They are wet constantly with sand. Trust me, when you're constantly wet, it really shows your true character and whether you've got mental resilience.
also trained to tie and untie knots underwater without coming up for air, pushing the
See,
limits
this is
of
all
their
Navy
endurance
SEAL
and resourcefulness.
selection,
The pinnacle of their training
SEAL Team
is
6.
Hell Week, a punishing 5-day and 5-night ordeal of non-stop training that pushes candidates to their physical and mental limits. After Hell Week, approximately 80% of candidates drop out, underscoring the extreme difficulty of the program. The subsequent training phases introduce even more rigorous exercises, including survival training and exposure to harsh environmental conditions. Toward the end of their training, recruits face the ultimate cold water test in Alaska, where they must endure 8 minutes in ice-covered water, pushing the boundaries of human tolerance. Navy SEAL Team 6 has a storied history of successful missions, including the highly publicized raid on Osama bin Laden's compound in Abbottabad, Pakistan in 2011. They also played a pivotal role in the rescue of Captain Richard Phillips from Somali pirates in 2009. These elite operators are known for their ability to excel on land, in the air, or at sea, making them versatile and effective in any environment. The SEALs embody strength, resilience, and unwavering determination, setting them apart as one of the world's most elite special forces units. Delta Force.
So just remember, good one, Delta Force. SEAL teams, the Navy SEALs, you join straight into the Navy SEALs and become a Navy SEAL. And then you join the teams from there, and you are elite. From what I hear from like the British SF, they say they're more tier 2 SF, but they do a lot of secret missions, very well funded, close to tier 1. Then you've got SEAL Team 6, which are picked within the SEAL teams. They're proper tier 1 elite. Like I said, did the operation on Osama bin Laden, and then we've got the Delta Force. These are pure tier 1 operators. Looking forward to this.
Force, USA. Delta Force, a top-tier American special military unit, is one of the world's most secretive and elite forces. Comprised of skilled members from various branches of the military, they lead the charge in American-led missions with cutting-edge gear and personnel known as operators. What sets Delta Force apart is its unique level of discretion and autonomy, distinguishing it from traditional military units. These operators wear civilian clothing and undertake missions for a range of organizations, including the Army, FBI, and CIA. It's important to note that the United States government and military have never officially confirmed Delta Force's existence. Only recently have they allowed vague references to the group to be uncensored. Since its inception in 1977, snippets of Delta Force's missions have gradually emerged, providing a peek into their operations. However, they've faced criticism for taking on missions that push the boundaries of established military laws, sparking concerns about their power and accountability in a democratic society. Delta Force operates under a thick shroud of secrecy, funded from undisclosed government accounts, and is believed to answer directly to the president. This makes them one of, if not the most, elite special units globally. In the world of video games, Delta Force is a well-known name, but in reality, their expertise far surpasses the virtual realm. To join this specialized unit, candidates must excel in skills like demolitions, firearms, and navigation. Their rigorous training hones these skills to perfection, even though the training exercises themselves remain classified. The training process is both physically and mentally demanding, designed to push candidates to their limits and test their determination. While the details of their exercises are closely guarded, their involvement in the infamous raid on Osama bin Laden's compound in Pakistan showcased their capabilities, even if SEAL Team 6 received more public attention for the final shot. Delta Force remains cloaked in mystery, and their true capabilities continue to captivate our curiosity. They represent the pinnacle of specialized military units, leaving us to ponder if anyone could surpass their prowess.
Yeah, I do have to say, you don't hear anything about Delta really. You're getting the odd operator now coming out on YouTube and podcasts and talking, but before that you never heard. Like he said there, the US never really actually admitted whether they existed or not. They just weren't mentioned of. There is a book out there of a general, I think he is, he's the one who formed Delta Force after he had a posting with the British UKSF, Special Air Service SAS, and he then went back and said we need something like this, and their selection is based pretty much on the UKSS with the Hills phase and etc. Seriously classified, top secret operations, missions that you don't know what's going on, well kitted out, plainclothes civilians, beards, you wouldn't even know who they are. So yeah, I'm not surprised they're on it. They are most probably one of the best special forces within the world.
SAS, UK.
Here we go,
The
SAS.
SAS, or the British Special Air Service, is hands down one of the most elite special forces units in Europe, if not the whole world. They were formed back in 1941 with a mission to operate behind enemy lines and support resistance movements against occupying forces. Their training is famously brutal, setting them apart as a truly exceptional force. Now, if you want to be a part of the SAS, you're in for a world of hurt. Recruits have to endure a series of mind-bogglingly tough trials. These include a 40-mile march, a 2-mile swim, and a whole bunch of physical workouts like push-ups and pull-ups. But that's not all. They also have to prove their jungle survival and navigation skills, followed by some intense survival training. But the ultimate test in SAS training? It's a 36-hour interrogation that's designed to push candidates to the brink and see if they'll crack. This is where they really check your endurance and mental toughness. What makes the SAS stand out isn't just their physical and mental toughness, it's also their training in intelligence and counter-espionage operations. They get schooled by MI5 and MI6, which are the UK's security and intelligence services, making them even more formidable. In a nutshell, the SAS is like a mix of a Navy SEAL and James Bond all rolled into one. Their emblem says it all with the motto, "Who dares wins," showing that they're all about guts and unwavering determination. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe to...
Yeah, no surprise that you've got the SAS on there. They are the #1 UK, they are the #1 special forces in the world. 6-month selection, doing everything from counter-terrorism domestically, internationally, and whatever it is, in countries that you don't know about, in countries you do know about. Some operations we know about, others we don't. A lot of special forces are actually based off the UK SF. You've got the Australian SAS, New Zealand SAS, Delta Force were based off them. And they go out and train other sort of nationalities as well. The thing with the video is what you realise is a lot of them do counter-terrorism, specialise in reconnaissance and stealth, very well funded, and have a lot of kit and equipment. So it's all very, very similar. It's just some are slightly higher than the others. Don't get mixed up between Naval SEALs and SEAL Team 6. But yeah, a lot of those you expect to be on there, and you know the SAS and Delta Force are going to be on there as well. But it's interesting to see sort of what other special forces are out there and what they're up to. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you soon.